everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Oliver Wiedmaier at Ollie_all caps on Twitter. This market review will be for February 28th through March 4th. So to jump right into it, we are going to look at the NASDAQ comp on a weekly. We still are in the red. We still have major resistance, the 14,001 area. We have this downward resistance here overhead. So we still have a lot of work to do. If we look at the SPY, we will see on the weekly, 2 weeks in the red now. We still have a resistance at 440 and then possibly 448, 460, and then of course the 480 area, which will be all-time highs. If we look at the Qs, same thing on the weekly. We've been on the red according to my indicator, which is just a 2021 EMA cross. It's worthy to note that not every cross equals a crash, but every crash was signaled with the cross. So it's a good indicator to look at for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in the red for the Qs. I alerted short under 380. I wish I still had it, but I don't. That's fine. Not mad about it. A lot of resistance with this downtrend line here. We have resistance at 370. We have resistance at 380, 380 area. Looking at some ETFs that I'm interested in, or at least think need to be talked about. Energy, a lot of people saying the energy is done. I don't think energy is done. Here's ERX, which is the bull 2x leverage, making this kind of high type flag. Right now we are in a, let's see, 3-week flag. So I don't think it's done. I think it has to work itself out a little bit, but I think it will go higher. Worthy to look at. This is very interesting. We look at the gold miners. It went about 19 months, then it broke out, did not hold, but it's still right at the trend line. And so this is the weekly flipped to green. So I'm very interested in this to watch it. If it can make itself some good price action this week, it's going to have to test this 36 area, but I am interested in that to see what happens. Russell 2000 didn't go as low as a lot of people thought. People thought it was going to break the 180 and die, but it never died. TAN, the solar ETF. We might be headed in a stage 2. So we got stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's consolidating into stage 1. So I think if it can clear the 50-day EMA, 50-day simple moving average, I think that we'll see ourselves a stage 2 in a rally. That'd be really nice. I'm watching that. It's red, which is high alert. So let's take a look at the high alert list. We have TDD, the trade desk. I have an entry of 85.10. I think it looks good on the weekly as well. Last time I had this kind of downward trend, it had a nice pop. So it could be a quick trade, keep everything tight in this environment. Same thing with Live Nation. We're looking at this really nice flat base. I have an entry of 127.8. The Craft, looking at it a weekly, just broke out of this downtrend, kind of really long downtrend. So if you can kind of make its way out of the 40.65 area, it did flip green. I'm interested in that. If we look at DOLE, you'll see this is a fairly new IPO. This is a weekly. It undercut the IPO low, and I think that if it can cross the 1532 area, I think we'll see some higher price action. Note, we do have earnings March 2nd. I don't know how true this is. I don't really pay too much attention to see if the earnings on TradingView are accurate or not, but I always, when I see it, I just proceed with caution. So again, let me just be clear. DOLE, I have an entry of 1532. Newmark, think 1850 area is a good entry. Kind of a little bit of a base here, but we have the longer base here. Again, 3-year IPO, so fairly new stock. I think actually probably 1910, 1915 would be a better, but you start at 1850. This is something I'm interested in, another undercut of a fairly new IPO. This is F45. Not sure if anyone's seen this or talking about this, but I think 1586 would be a good entry. Earnings is coming up, so proceed with caution. The last one we've already talked about, Bataan Solar. These are the things I'm just watching. This is my kind of just watch list. This held the 50. Like this looks. We'll just do everything on a weekly basis. ARES, Bill. You see this is the thing, the downtrend line. Rose, I don't know what's happening with that. CNQ, this is a nice flat base on the weekly. A bit extended. Let me see on the daily. It's not too extended. Actually, I can convert this to a red. I actually do like this a lot. Not that I'm looking at it. CPE, again, has a downtrend getting very tight. Docs, not sure what's going on with that. I tried it and got stopped out. So I'm just going to give it a little bit more room. EDR, I do like EDR. This really nice cup and handle. We've already discussed the ERX. GDX, gold mining, of course. Long downward trend. So this has a lot of room to go if it does go. IMAX, this is an interesting name. Not sure the setup. However, just thinking of Can Slim, this is a nice name because people are getting back out to the movie theater. I think it needs to break and hold here for a small entry and then break this 2186 for a bigger entry and a higher move. Here are the other names: INDB, MLI, MNRL, MTDR. Nice flat base here. I like this a lot. Just not quite ready, I think. Just get the 47.8. NEX. I like to set up a lot. Just gotta get over the 50. OVV. Really nice setup here. Starbuck is a beast. And last XOP is a nice long flat base. Okay, so that's it. I appreciate you guys looking and watching and going over this review with me. If you have any questions, ask me on Twitter or down in the comments. Thank you. Have a good day.